Hey, how's it going? Good morning. It's about 7:30 in the morning. I'm at Phrom Phong BTS. I'm going to go up to Siam Central Station and switch to the Siloam dark green line and head down to the St. Louis station. So we made it here to the St. Louis BTS station. It took 25 minutes, even though the trains are packed this time of morning. I got on my first train in Phrom Phong and my first train when I transferred at Siam. Don't be too intimidated with the packed trains. It's a real orderly, polite operation. The packed train might pull up and you'll see people get off the train to allow people to get out. Of course, let them get on the train again first and then follow in. And another little tip is step in as far as you can into the train. When I first started riding these trains in Bangkok years and years ago, they're packed. So I would try to hang out by the door. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get off at my stop, but that is not an issue at all. Just start kind of gently making your way to the door when you're coming up to your stop, and everybody magically gets out of your way. I've never been able to not get off a train at my station, even though they pull up and take off in probably 10 seconds. And there's the Mahanakhon King Power building right in the middle of the Sathorn business district. You can see the plexiglass overhang. I think it's 314 meters if you want to give that a try. It's the second tallest building in Bangkok. They built a 318 meter set of condos over by Icon Siam. And this St. Louis BTS, named after the St. Louis Catholic Church, I think it's off in this area, also the St. Louis Hospital. And once again, I went Phrom Phong, Asok, Nana, Plon Chit, Chitlom, Siam Central Station, or Siam. Then I transferred over to the Siloam Green Line, dark green line. Ratchadarmi, Saladang. Saladang is where you're going to find Patpong Night Market and Red Light area. Chong Nasi, then I'm in St. Louis. Next station, we're going to look around St. Louis, is Surasak. And then here, Sapan Taksin. That is where you will get off to get on all the tourist boats and water taxis on the Chao Phraya River. And right at the base of the BTS is the Joy Kindergarten. And I don't know anything about this area. I think I got drug up to that skywalk one time years ago, but that was through a taxi. This is Sathorn Boulevard, I guess, or street. So we are gonna go out in this area, look around, maybe at the bottom of the King Power building. There's a big W, so I assume that's a Westin hotel, I'm assuming. And over here is the Department of Disease Control. But let's head off in this direction and hopefully be able to look around before the rain comes. It feels like it might storm. There's a Life building. This is the rainy season, so we'll get away with what we can. We're gonna head up Sathorn Soi 10 to begin with. First impressions of Soi 10, real nice tree-lined street. And here's Sorrento's restaurant, or right across the street. Got a nice little food stand set up for breakfast. Looks like a coffee shop, another cup. And then there's a little side Soi here. I think it's just some businesses. Take a quick peek. Very cool looking trees. Cooking up some nice grilled chicken. It doesn't matter if it's 8 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night. It's pretty much the same food being sold at all the different vendors. It's just food. You want breakfast? Here you go. Here's some chicken, some pork. What do you want? Yeah, it's just some private businesses. I see the Bangkok Bible Seminary. And I'm not sure what this is across the way, if it looks like it's either closed or opening. But they have the old big boy emblem from the United States. Taco Delight, Mexican, Big Boy, Boom Burgers, Power Eats. Maybe that's all their businesses. And this is the headquarters. I'm not sure. This shop is going to be under maintenance until 10 September. Okay, well, we're past that. And here is, I'm assuming that's just a small condo. There's the Life on Sathorn Soi 10. Life buildings are nice. You'll find them all over Bangkok or all over Thailand. I stayed at Life 48 in the Prakanong area, Airbnb many times. Here's the Oysterman. I'm assuming that's an oyster bar. It says we'll be temporarily closed until 2024. Okay. Another restaurant, Charlie. With all this business, major business in the area, you're going to find all kinds of high-class restaurants. I'm not sure what's going on here. I think it's just different office space. And there's the Life, Sathorn 10. Right across the street is the Feel So Good Cafe. Here's another restaurant. Looks kind of fancy. Take a peek at the menu. Well, not too bad. Main courses, mussels, 850 baht, codfish, 850. It's definitely at the higher end for Thai pub prices. That's what I'm used to, but 850 baht is not unreasonable for a nice restaurant. Let's see what's tucked away up this little soy. Also the laundry house. Drop your clothes off, pay by the kilogram, no doubt. And here's the Life. Well, first off is, I believe, a Japanese restaurant. We'll head back there. It's just some small buildings on the same side of the Life building. Some small businesses tucked away. Yeah, there's not much back here. It looks like a little shipping business, but every now and then you'll get a little cool little bar or something tucked away back here in the corner, just for all the folks that live in the nearby condos. There's the side of the Life building. Speaking of which, when I'm walking back out, there's another little cool little place. I assume it's a restaurant tucked away back here, restaurant and bar. Yeah, it's called Bardo. So this is the end of Sathorn Soi 10, I think. And I'm not sure. That says Soi Sukhataya. Unless that's also what Soi 10 is called. I got a decision to make. I'm going to walk off to the right, but it looks like it's an L turn. Everybody's just making a sharp turn to the left. We'll go down and see what's happening. And here's another place, the Puniga Eating Room. Another laundromat, and that's a cool looking building. Not sure if it's private homes or business. Oh, here's the Niagara Hotel, just a 3-story unit. And looks like some Thai cuisine right on the corner, and I'm guessing that is a 7-Eleven. Yeah, it's the Niagara. I think this is part of the Niagara. And this place is called Sabai Sathorn. It's a special price for a long-term rental. Looks like a nice, clean 6-story unit. Massage place to the right. And nails. Here's a master jeweler right next to the coffee shop. When I actually got to the end of the street here, I see a lot of motorbikes zooming up and down this little alley. So I'm gonna go down there, and it looks like it goes to the left, and see where it comes out. And it made the little turn there in the alley. I'm still at the bottom of King Power building. And here's a cool little, try not to get hit by a motorbike, they're racing through here. There's a cool little neighborhood restaurant next to the White Room, number 37, Salome 9 Studio Apartments. See what's down here. I think it's just some private homes. Yeah, but this little restaurant's pretty nice looking. Smell a little place. It looks like we're actually at the base of the King Power building. And I think this is a smoothie place, just a drink. Even at the bottom of the White Room, they have a little coffee place. I see a bagel combo. And next door is something called the Resort M Bangkok. It says it's for sale. This building has a lot of charm. And here's just a little door in the alley called the Joy Ruck Club. Not sure what this is. I think it's a little bake-along. Yeah, I'm not really sure this alley was designed for 2 lanes of motorbikes, but that's what they're using it for. All right, so I popped out of the alley on Sathorn, and we're right at the base of the Chongnansi BTS station. Here's the Infinity building. And here's the King Power building if you want to do that skywalk. Once again, I did it way back in the day. I'm not crazy about that. We actually had one of those skywalks at my last condo. It wasn't this high, but it was on the top of the 47th floor. Get out of the way here. I don't think it's open right now. I don't see any feet on it. That's it off to the left. King Power, if I'm correct, is, oh, and they're doing a little Buddhist ceremony at the temple. If I'm correct, King Power is the duty-free. And next door is the Mahanakan Cube. Looks like just an office building. We're gonna head up in this direction, kind of away from St. Louis, and go up and take the next left. See where we end up. I'm certainly trying to be respectful and all. I'm gonna give you a quick peek here of they're lighting some incense and doing some prayer. If you'd like to do the skywalk here at King Power, Chongnansi BTS, you're not even 50 feet. That's the station, that's the building. These buildings are so large off on the left, I haven't been able to go anywhere. The buildings are just taken up the whole way. So what I might do, there's just a ton of office workers and business people. I'm gonna go up on the Chongnansi BTS platform, switch over to the other side, and then walk back up on that side towards the St. Louis BTS station. Still on Sathorn, bunch of massage places. I see Thai food, a couple of shops. It looks like it's just one little business after another for all the office workers and people getting off the trains. I see all kinds of food, fruit, coffee stands. The next BTS station off to the left, you can see the track kind of curves to the left, will be Saladang and the Patpong night market. You can see the morning crowds piling off the BTS. And here's a little place called Brioche from Heaven. I'm assuming that's a pastry type place. Yeah, looks like they're baking up their goods. Here's the Haven't Met, which I think is a small hotel. Let's see what's back here. I see apartment for rent. We're feet from the BTS. Alphabet Cafe and Bar. No Drama Burger. And what is that, a crepe? Yeah, it looks like a fancy crepe shop. And what is this, below Sathorn Yard? Different restaurant, I guess. I was interested in this building here. It says apartments for rent. I don't know if it's under construction on the top roof or they're just roofing. But this would be really nice, being 10 feet from, well, whatever that is, 50 feet to the BTS. Here's a nice flower shop, the flower station, directly across from King Power building. Get out of the way here. I'm not going to go down here. This would take forever to explore, maybe for another time. So I'm going to keep heading in this direction. Oh man, these colors remind me of a taco stand, which it's not, it's a coffee place, but this looks like a California taco stand. Here's the iResidence Hotel, just looks like a 4-story job. Gold Curry, Bangkok, right down below. And no shortage of street food. Right in here is just a local small market. Now here's a McDonald's. You can go in there and probably spend 300 baht on some kind of frozen burger, or get whatever delicious porridge she's cooking up there for 30 baht, 25 baht. Yeah, that is correct. I see the train heading off to the right. So here's Chongnansi here, and then it makes a turn off to the right. So that's where I got off over there. I guess I was just assuming it was up here. I don't know this area. I've been up here a couple of dozen times, but mostly I'm just blasting through here on a train or a cab. So that's why it's good to get out on the ground and explore. But it's set up as a pretty smart city. So there's definitely a way to get up and over busy Sathorn and then go down on the other side. So that's what we'll do. And you know what? I'm a dummy. I got off on, what are we calling this? Rajajarinda Road? I thought I was still on Sathorn when I was showing off in the direction of, see, I thought I was still on Sathorn, but I'm right here now. So now I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, I'm just out getting lost. But this is Sathorn Boulevard here. That's what threw me, is unlike the Sukhumvit line, in between, say, Onut and Asok, it just goes in a straight line. Here, there's a lot of twists and turns from Saladang to Chong Nasri to St. Louis. It makes a bit of an S-turn, so that's what threw me. That's my excuse anyhow. And apparently I'm heading off in the direction of the Embassy of Belgium. I'm at the Sathorn Thani complex. All the huge office buildings. I'm gonna go up these stairs. I'm back on Sathorn, head up in that direction, and I should be heading at least towards St. Louis. We'll see what we can find. It's about 10 to 9. I've been out wandering around since 7:30, and I'd say the temperature has gone up easily 20 degrees. There's zero wind. So much for heading out before 10 or 11 in the morning to try to get a cool morning. Yep, good luck with that here in Bangkok. And it looks like there's a pretty major quad here. I know I started out on this side of the street because I ended up over here at the King Power building. You can kind of see the edge of it. Plenty of traffic, 9 in the morning here on Sathorn Boulevard. If you're anxious to come over here and buy a car or a motorbike, well, don't complain. This is what you're in for. Yeah, see, there's the W building I started off when I first got off the train. So I'm definitely heading in the right direction. After a few twists and turns. Oh, this quad's taking me into a large office building here, but that's okay. Here comes a monk. I don't think you're supposed to film them, but I'll just give you a brief look. All right, we are back on Tanah Sathorn. And we'll see if we can find interesting soy off to the left to check out. Mostly, I think it's going to be large buildings. And way off in the distance, you can get a little peek of the Lebu State Tower, where they filmed The Hangover 2 and that scene, the helicopter on the roof. And there's the Life building over on Sathorn Soi 10. That's where I started. I went off in that direction, and I popped out. Oh, sorry. I popped out on that other street. Now I'm back on Sathorn. Yeah, I'm just out here wandering around. I'm not getting lost. Here's the, although I was lost. And there's the St. Louis BTS straight ahead. And here's the Rajakarn Suites. All this whistle action is, these guys try to use a red flag to, they'll jump out in traffic and try to stop traffic to let their guys' cars out onto the road. It works about 50% of the time. There's a beautiful building, the Ascot Sathorn. Very close to St. Louis BTS. You're looking for a condo in this area. Hear the train? Well, there's the train. And it looks like they have a beautiful gym. Well, actually, that's Thailand's finest luxury health club, the Cascade Club. It just happens to be in that same condo building. I doubt if it's included with the rent, but maybe they work something out, sharing the same building and all. And there's the bend in the tracks. That's what threw me. I thought those tracks continued straight down Sathorn. Here's the M Pub. Made my way back over to the Department of Disease at the bottom of the BTS. It's mostly office buildings off of this Sathorn. I am gonna walk at least past the train station and see if I can find any kind of smaller street on the left, but so far it's just big buildings. It doesn't look like there's a whole bunch down there, but this is the opposite. I went Sathorn 10 on the other side, so I'm gonna go down Sathorn 9 and at least see what's doing down at the end here on that right turn. Maybe it's a dead end, maybe there'll be something cool. And getting our boundaries, that's St. Louis BTS right there where you see the train. That is the Life Sathorn 10 across the way we started at. This is construction site on this side. And there's a building straight ahead called the KS building. Paper space, paperworks, paper product. Yes, I was correct. Just some private homes. And it doesn't look like a whole bunch back here. I'm gonna head off, famous last words, down this little alley and try to wrap my way around back to the train. But that's what I attempted to do over there, and you saw I got lost. So we'll see what happens here. And we're making the left turn. It says the A Sleep Bangkok and A Room Sathorn are down here. That's a cool looking brick building. This cargo, and we'll go check it out. But yeah, we're definitely doing some S-turns here, so I'm not going to get too far from that train. And you can see these streets really aren't designed for two SUVs to be passing one another. I like this brick building, the Pacul place. Very close to St. Louis. Has a lot of character. Let's keep going. I know I'm going to get lost again. Here's a smaller building right on the corner. And straight ahead. What's this building? The S9. Okay. And those are private homes. Shoot, I don't know where this is going. Yep, I'm gonna take it, see what happens. This place is called the Sukhumvit Mansion. It's not a easy walk to the BTS St. Louis, but it's not that far. Coming up the way, little side soy. Just some private homes. But on the left side here is something called the living room. Paris Collections showroom. I'm guessing it's a furniture place, but who knows? Oh, here's something called Pan's Collections. Looks like beautiful furniture. Showroom. That's sharp. Now this, the living room, I think that's their coffee shop. Not sure what's going on here, but that's some beautiful furniture. Not that I'm in a furniture buying mood. And this looks like, I don't know what that is. Food and fun, non-spicy, creative food for kids. Okay. Non-spicy food for kids and foreigners, although I'm half Mexican, I love spicy food. Capital Link Leasing Public Company. And I'm definitely going in a circle. Over on the other side of that building is Sathorn, unless I'm wrong again. Private homes. And this looks like a school. With all these twists and turns, I might be walking back to Chongnansi BTS. Who knows? Who cares? It's not raining. I'm out for getting my 20,000 steps in. Here comes a loose dog, but he looks somewhat friendly. And here is something, oh, maybe it's their dog. Here's something called, oh, it's just a business, something imports. So we've made our way down that far, and I see another major street ahead. I'm gonna guess that's the one Chongnansi BTS is on, but it looks like you might not be able to get through there. I see a gate, and I see everybody making a right turn here. So let me peek around the corner and then go that little bit of distance to see if I can pop out. Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to have to go this way, but let me, you know what, I'm gonna go that way anyhow, because just walking down there, there's nothing, and then it looks like I just popped back out on that major street. So why don't we really get lost and head down here and see where we end up. Here's the Bangkok counseling service, and I'm wondering, I listened to the Bangkok podcast, Ed and Greg, I love that, and they had a guest. I think this was their guest. I think they said they were in Sathorn. Counseling. Want to go have a little marriage counseling and whatnot? There you go. And these are all just private homes. Real nice. 3-story units on both sides. Up ahead, though, it did say something called the A Square or A Sathorn. So we'll find that at least. And now it looks like we're making a left turn. but I'm not positive. The Empire Place, straight ahead. Okay, so I believe that's the main drag that Chan Nansi BTS is on, but I could be wrong. Let's take a peek over here at the Empire. Let's get out of the way here. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going now. These are some private homes. All right, if we're gonna get lost, let's just keep going. Well, this A Sleep Bangkok, I've been seeing their signs for 6 or 7 turns now, so if anything, they've piqued my interest. This is not a good street for 2 cars to be coming around. And there's A Sleep down on the right. I think it's just a hotel. Yep, here it is, A Sleep. They have a little coffee bar out front, getting Americano, 45 baht. Way better than Starbucks. And I'm guessing this is a little shortcut to get to whatever large street is over there. That's where we're heading. And there's the King Power building off in the distance. And we twisted our way around. Little coffee bar. Man, I like these cool little neighborhoods. But you really need to have the hookup to be able to rent one of these little places. Rent it from somebody's brother-in-law, that kind of thing. But that would be a sharp place to live. There's a person sitting there smoking. I don't want to. What's this idiot doing walking around with a camera? Once again, I think this is just a little neighborhood known shortcut to get through to the next street. So I'm going to cut through and figure out where I'm at. So I'm cutting through something called Lantong Village. Okay, so I popped out, and this doesn't help me at all. It looks like it kind of dead ends over there, so I might have to backtrack to get back over. Yeah, it definitely dead ends back there. So I'm gonna have to go up to the right and go down that one street to get back to that other major street over there. That's what I should do anyhow. What I'm going to do is go off to the right because I see some major traffic way down there. I don't know what that is, 200 meters away. So a little bit of traffic means I can maybe take a right and get back towards St. Louis. And as I'm walking up, I see a lot of, not major traffic, but I saw a bunch of motorbikes zipping back and forth up here. So this just looks like private homes. So I'm gonna go up here and maybe it'll give me something else to look at. Alrighty, we've got to the end here. We have a decision to make. Go right or go left. Either way, I think we're gonna get to a train at some point. Oh, here's some fish. So I'm gonna head down here and guess that eventually if I go to the right, well, there's my King Power building. So I know the train kind of goes like that. So the train's over here somewhere. And here's Fat Boy Motorbike Rentals. My buddy was telling me about Fat Boy over in the Ekamai area. And this said Fat Boy Silom. Here's a nice building. I'll get the name here in a second. We're at the Sathorn Suites, if you're following along on Google Maps. Right across from Sathorn Suites, just this little tiny grocery store. I'm gonna get a bottle of water. It's really getting hot. And I made my way down to the end where I was hoping I could make a right turn. Everybody's going to the left, so it looks like the adventure continues. Here's the All That Bangkok Hostel and All Good in the Hood coffee bar. And after I went left, there's a quick right turn and I see traffic going in both directions at the end of the street here. So hopefully that'll get me back up to Sathorn. I'm getting a little hot and tired. And I made my way to the end. As I'm complaining, that man's standing over a hot grill. I don't see, this just says soy 5. But if I head off in this direction, yeah, I think we're gonna hit Sathorn at some point. We are at the Cambridge International School, the Assumption College of Primary section. And right across the street, the Sathorn Grace Service Residence. Looks like an older building, but they might be very large size units. Also right across the street, the pet store. Get your birds, get your fish. And way down the way, maybe 200 meters away, I see a busy street, and I'm sure hoping that's Sathorn. This is actually a cool little street. I'm not sure what street it is, but where the Cambridge school is. Plenty of little coffee shops, pet stores, all kinds of little stores for the kids, stationery shops, that kind of thing. Home Cake Cafe, looks like a nice place. Oh, I've actually considered staying here in the past. The Best Western Sathorn, must be Sathorn Soy 11. I had a bunch of Best Western points back in the day, and I don't really know this area, and I ended up staying at the Best Western up on Sukhumvit Soy 20, but that's the Sathorn 11. And across the street from that is the centric Sathorn St. Louis building. It looks pretty nice. And I like the sounds of, I'm getting close to St. Louis BTS. And next door is the Marvin Sweets Hotel with the Ox Burger and beer. And then a place called Super Soul, which I'm guessing is Korean food. Yep, says Korean Cafe. And here's another sharp building here. We'll get to the name up here around the corner. It's the St. Louis Grand Terrace, and it doesn't appear to be far from the St. Louis BTS at all. Well, there's that brick building I liked. I just took a 1.5 mile walk to get back over here, to get back down Soy 11. Here's a bubble tree business and I think a massage place. And right across the way is Duck, the Apollo Duck restaurant next to a Cafe Amazon, kind of like a mini Starbucks. And this is called the Hidden Yard, Sathorn 11. Specialty coffee, Asian and European food, I guess. Looks like a cool old building. Well, that's the yard. Foot and body aroma massage, I think. And here is EZ&D, healthy food and good yoga. And I'm starting to overheat. I'm almost to Sathorn. This is going to be the end of the line because this is where I start making mistakes and saying I'm on Sukhumvit instead of Sathorn, and maybe I catch it when I edit, maybe I don't. So I'm doing the best I can, but yeah, it's getting hot out here to be walking around for 3 hours and stopping filming every 10 feet. I'm having a good time, but at some point you got to call it a day. And I made it back to the St. Louis BTS station. That was Sathorn Soy 11. So I went from Soy 9 and sure did the long way to get back out on Soy 11. This is looking down the track, whatever the next BTS station is past St. Louis. You can see the rain guards off in the distance. And this is St. Louis BTS. So you can see they're not that far. If you get off at the wrong station, just walk down to the next. By the time you walk up all the stairs and wait for the train, you would have walked there anyhow. Thank you so much for following me along, and definitely getting lost this morning. Wandering around Bangkok and the Sathorn area. There's a Healthland at the base of the BTS. Healthland's a kind of a fancy, not fancy, but it's definitely a legit massage and spa place all around probably Thailand. I know of several locations in Bangkok. But thank you so much for subscribing if you have. If you haven't, maybe consider doing so. And have a great morning. It's going on 10 o'clock in the morning now here in beautiful Bangkok, Thailand.